Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a cool DIY project, building your own soldering iron. Now, before we get started, let me emphasize safety first. Soldering irons get incredibly hot, so we'll be taking extra precautions. This project involves electricity, so if you're not comfortable with it, please get help from someone who is. This is for educational purposes only. So, what do we need? Well, the star of the show is a simple pencil. Yes, a regular pencil. Next, we need some copper wire. Make sure it's the right gauge, something thin, but sturdy, like the kind used for electronics projects. You'll also need a 12-volt power source. This could be a power adapter, a battery, or anything that supplies 12 volts DC. Finally, you'll need a small piece of solder and some basic tools like wire strippers and pliers. The principle behind this DIY soldering iron is simple. We're using the pencil as a resistive element. When electricity flows through it, the pencil resists the flow, generating heat. The copper wire will act as the heating element, transferring the heat to our solder. Now, let's build it. First, carefully strip about an inch of insulation from both ends of your copper wire. Next, take your pencil and wrap the copper wire tightly around the pencil's graphite core. Make sure there's good contact between the wire and the graphite. You don't want any loose connections here, so wrap it firmly. Leave a small section of wire unwrapped at each end for connecting to the power source. Once the wire is wrapped, it's time to connect it to the power source. But before you do, let's talk safety again. Make sure your power source is unplugged or disconnected while you're making these connections. Also, never leave your soldering iron unattended while it's plugged in. Now, connect the stripped ends of the copper wire to your 12-volt power source. Double-check your connections to make sure they're secure. Once everything is connected, plug in or turn on your power source. You should start to see the pencil and wire heat up quickly. Let's test it. Grab your solder and bring it close to the heated wire. Be very careful, and don't touch the heated wire directly. If the iron is hot enough, the solder will melt and flow. If it's not hot enough, you might need to adjust the power source or the amount of wire used. If your solder isn't melting, give it a few more seconds. If it still doesn't melt, carefully disconnect the power and check your connections. Make sure everything is securely connected. And there you have it. You've just built a functional, albeit basic, soldering iron. Remember, this is a DIY project, and it's not a substitute for a professional soldering iron. It's great for small projects or for learning the basics. Always practice soldering in a well-ventilated area, and wear safety glasses to protect your eyes. Never touch the heated wire directly, it will burn you. And always unplug or disconnect the power source when you're not using it. Thanks for watching, and happy soldering!